Hi, my name is Kevin Furman. Welcome to 10 Steps to Unbelievable Rolls here on YouTube. I'm a percussionist in the Twin Cities area, actually. I've been playing and teaching for over 25 years and have found that rolls seem to give people a lot of trouble. So I'm highlighting this with my series of 10 Steps to Unbelievable Rolls. If you haven't checked out the intro 1 and 2, please do so. Don't skip around. It really won't give you the benefit you're looking for if you're trying to help out your rolls or trying to learn about how to do this better. Skipping around really doesn't do it right. You need to go through all steps. It's a training thing. Anyway, so step 3 is similar to 1 and 2, but we're going to do one more thing a little bit differently that'll help get your rolls happening. So what we're looking for, obviously, is high level control and ease of playing and no tension and all that. So the next step involves, again, the free stroke approach, step 1, right? And we did something else with step 2, which is we let it bounce a whole bunch of times instead of just once. In step 3, we're going to modify that and start working on what would be called the open roll. Now, an open roll is right, right, left, left, 2 hits per stick. It's also called the double bounced roll, which is probably more accurate, i.e. double meaning 2 hits per stick, but it is also called the open roll. And we're going to start to develop that skill. Once you get the open roll thing happening, that opens a lot of doors for drumming. So I wanted to really highlight that the most. So that's what this is geared towards, is the open roll or the double stroke roll. Anyway, what you want to do is, again, it's the free stroke approach where you're going to hold the stick correctly, i.e. in your hand, okay? No tension, no squeezing the stick at the fulcrum, all the control back with these 3 fingers. What you're really going to do is take that same approach as the free stroke, which would be here, right? And then in step 2, we did this with it, okay? See step 2 for details. And then step 3 is a modified version of that, i.e. we're going to throw it down again, not very strongly, and after it hits the second time, we're going to pick the stick back up and get back to our original position. So this one tends to be understood real quickly. It's like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. But it's not done all that great, to be honest. So really, you got to be careful about helping the stick and doing things funny, so to speak. All right, so what you want to do is this. You drop the stick, let it bounce, and then you pick it back up. Okay, now there's some things that people tend to do with this one. Let me do it a few times so you can see it. Good, that kind of hit the side there. Good, nice and slow is great. Okay, notice I am not helping with my wrist. Okay, there's no X, watch my wrist. Okay, there's only 1 down and 1 up. And all I'm doing is timing it. Just pick the stick back up after that second hit. Okay, if it hits 3 times, oops, right, you just want to go back, do it again. 2 times. Okay, both hands need to be able to do the same thing. That was a little too hard. Right? So it doesn't have to be fast. In fact, slow is pretty good. It gives you more time to prepare for the picking up part. If it's going really fast, you're probably not lifting the stick up very high, and then it's really hard to control, and you'll get a lot more bounces and get frustrated, blah, blah, blah. Start high, drop the stick, let it hit the second time, and just pick it back up. Go back to original position. Okay, and that's the first thing I want to highlight, is it's not, you don't drop it and then kind of pick it up again and then drop it and pick it up again like a crane. Okay, it's not that. Okay, you really want to do everything with your wrist, where wrist is up, right, in ready position there. You drop it down, and then it's back up again. So the stick is doing all the bouncing. You're not doing that, which is 2 wrist motions, right, down, up, right? It's not that. Do not do that. Okay, you want to avoid that. This whole process, you want to avoid that. Really, that's not going to help you. That's normal, just, other type of drumming type stuff. We're talking about rolling, bouncing the sticks. Okay, bouncing the sticks means the wrist goes down and then up 1 time. Okay, down, up 1 time only, not down, up. Okay, so not that, this. Okay, notice no motion here. Whoops, sorry about that. Here we go. Alright, so that's what I do. Both hands should be able to do that without motion. So really watch. Make sure your weaker hand is not adding anything. If it does, it kind of goes all the way up and stops. All you're doing is throwing a little too hard. Great, then just drop the stick, a little less energy. It'll bounce on its own. You don't have to do anything, which is sort of my point to this one. Okay, step 3 here is pretty simple in the sense that you've already kind of worked through step 1 with the free stroke. If you got that down, step 2 with lots of bounces. This one should be pretty simple for you. If you skip to here and said, oh, I can just do it, you might be having more trouble than you should. Okay, and so if you're not being consistent with it, then you should go back and work on your free stroke some more. So again, 1 wrist motion, fingers off of the stick, 2 hits with the stick, right? Notice I'm just doing 1 hand at a time. So my right hand only and then left hand only. That's how you should practice it at this point. Okay, do not try to go back and forth. Really, as far as the steps are concerned, it's easier if you can focus on one hand, really watch for details. Make sure you're not changing your fulcrum point, you're not wrapping your finger around, you're using your wrist only, you're getting only 2 hits. You're really just doing everything as cleanly and as clearly as possible. So, at this point, step 3 is pretty simple compared to the other guys because you've already kind of trained your muscles to do it right. You just need to do 2 hits only. Again, I would recommend 30 seconds a day, each hand minimum, probably weak hand do a minute. Do that for a week. Every day for a week, just go. All right? Now, if you tend to practice periodically, not every day, you're going to have to do this longer. A week isn't going to be enough. You have to do consistent work with it so it becomes very fluid, very easy to do. So make sure you do that, and that should take care of step 3. Once you got a good handle on that, you feel like, okay, I can very consistently get 2 hits, no helping with the wrist, fingers off, seems to be pretty consistent. That means you got a good handle on how it works. Great, then you're ready for step 4. Until then, I would keep doing it. If you're getting 3 hits here and there, or if it's bouncing really fast, you don't seem to have the control, keep going through 1, 2, and 3 until that's really, really fluid, really relaxed, and you're doing it correctly. If you have any questions, let me know. Give me an email or send me a note on YouTube or something. My name is Kevin Furman. Thanks a lot for checking out step 3, and we'll see you at step 4. Take care.